Hi, my name is Wendy St. George, and this is how to play Mexican dice. Mexican dice is a form of liar's dice. Often it's played as a drinking game or even called Mexican drinking dice. It's played with two dice. The first player puts the two dice in the cup and they roll. And then they carefully shield what they roll and dump it, and then they look at the numbers and they cover it so that nobody else knows what the numbers are. You could actually also play where you roll and then you don't even look at what you have. In either case, you announce what your roll was, and then you pass the cup clockwise to the next player. The next player doesn't look at the numbers. The next player either accepts what the first person said or they challenge it. If they challenge it, then they look and see if the numbers are what the person said. If the numbers are lower in value than what the person said, the first person who made the claim loses. But if they're equal or greater in value, then the person who makes the challenge loses. If the person doesn't want to challenge, they just accept it and then roll the dice themselves again and pass it on. You could also just accept it, and instead of rolling the dice again and making a claim about the value and passing it on, you could not look at the dice and make a claim that would be higher in value than the previous person's claim. And then it is gently passed so the dice are undisturbed to the next player around the circle. It goes around in such fashion until it's been challenged, at which time a round ends. The scores for it are Mexican, which is the highest score, which is a 2-1. Also, when someone is making a claim, they could just claim that they have Mexican, which is the highest number possible. The next person after them must challenge if it's a Mexican, or claim it to still be a Mexican and pass it on to the next person. They could roll it instead, but they must claim that's Mexican, even though it's not, and pass it on to the next person who has the right to challenge. The highest that you can get is a Mexican, which is 2-1, followed by doubles, which would be 6-6, 5-5, 4-4, 3-3, 2-2, 1-1, and then followed by singles, starting with the sixes. So 6-5, 6-4, 6-3, 6-2, 6-1, 5-4, 5-3, 5-2, 5-1, 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, 3-2, and then 3-1, which would be the lowest roll that you could get. If you play this as a drinking game, every time you lose a challenge, you have to take a drink. And that's how you play Mexican dice.